Jai Ma. Today we are going to listen to the 28th chapter of Roaring Silence, Anantham Aatmabandham. Just I received a call from my spiritual brother, Swami Abhayananda Saraswati. I emailed few chapters of just completed episodes for first reading and to get his comments. He called me over phone in some 45 minutes time and told that, "Fine, please continue the writing works. Do not stop. The flow is fine, only few spelling mistakes and grammar mistake. I will correct it and return it to you." I was wondering on this. Of course, he is best friend and brother to me in the spiritual path, but he is the better critic also. As everybody, he has his own perspective and logic for everything, and he used to discuss with me on variety of matters, and as I have my own perspective, he used to quarrel too upon our own unyielding nature. After exchanging few words on the difference of opinion, he used to compromise with me sometimes as his mind is so pure and calm as not of mine. I have a different methodology. He is little conventional, conservative, but of modern perspective from the beginning. Yet, I have a small soft corner towards him as we knew each other since the wonder days of my stay at Shivanand Ashram at Rishikesh. Till date, a long affectionate relation for more than silver jubilee 30 years. We used to go to pilgrimage of sorts, we used to stay together, share pleasures and pains, exchange selected choosiest of gales too. A never-ending routine prevails between us till date, and pray hope it remains as it is evergreen till Ganga. Especially in recent past, when I was seriously suffering with the burning feet syndrome for few months at Kurnool, he stayed with me for a long time till I recovered. I remember one trip. Once we were heading from Keri Ghat, a beautiful sadhana-oriented spot on the banks of Narmada, Madhya Pradesh, towards Rishikesh. We thought of going to Tiruvannamalai, an abode of knowledge including inspirations come naturally if one stays there with proper attitude and courage as a common attribute. Both of us are mostly inclined towards Jnana Marg as core thinking, sadhana, etc. So we selected and decided to stay there for a month or so as a spiritual retreat. After a few days stay at Koyal Ghati, Rishikesh Ashram, we left for Haridwar to catch the train to Delhi, then from there to go to Madras or Chennai as nowadays known. We took a share auto from Rishikesh to Haridwar. On the way to Raiwala, few drunkards in their brand stinking clothes but of Kashyam entered to board the same auto. As they were all filled to the neck with country arak of 5th grade, made especially for them, with the good intention of reducing the population of poor India, started shouting and quarreling in their hellish booze of drinks. Little later, they started breaching their limits. The driver too was fed up and telling he will take the auto to the police station. But devils listened to none but to the cane. I was bit afraid. Before reaching Saptasarovar, we were all fed up and Abhayanandji got very angry, infuriated, and caught hold of one of the drunkard and gave a well-pointed blow. He kicked them out of the auto and asked auto driver to proceed to railway station. So with such a friction-filled travel, at last we found ourselves at the feet of Arunachala. As per the communications exchange, we got ourselves accommodated at Sri Ramana Maharishi Ashram for few days. We were provided with a room which we shared and planned to stay there for a month or so. Daily early morning, we used to go on Giri Pradakshina, a radius of 14 km around the Arunachal hills, which is the main item of sadhana prescribed for whoever stay in Tiruvannamalai in the pursuit of grace for knowledge, by extension mukti. Tiruvannamalai represents the mountainous fire of truth. Knowledge manifests upon the solid surface meeting point of deep-rooted values of life and unscalable heights of worldly achievements in the ever-expanding sky of possibilities. When an ego clash between these two aspects, creative aspect, the height of worldly achievements, and aspect of sustenance, the base, root, deeper values of life, only upon which a tallest mountain of worldly achievements can stand with its glory. That is what happened with Brahma and Vishnu. Both clash for their supremacy. Life values Vishnu, empirical achievements Brahma, on the surface field of action and activities. The mountainous fire of knowledge, Lord Shiva, manifests to teach them the lesson, impart them the knowledge, confer them the realization that for a peaceful coexistence of both aspects of creation, they must meet at the plane of connecting activities of reciprocation and complementing each other. Knowledge never favors even a towering empirical achievements, useful of whichever magnitude, or accepts, agrees, or allies with deepest of rooted values of life if they do not accept others' existence at par with their own. So knowledge fire manifests between them, ordered them to prove their worth and claim. So Brahma took the form of Hansa, started scaling the heights of achievements, but he failed, frustrated, defeated, dejected, even after a long journey. He, Brahma, advocate of worldly achievers, brought with him some fallen throne, removed dried out leaf, and smellless flower, which is of no use to anyone anymore, to prove his case and claim. Here, the other side, believer in the deepest of life value, Lord Vishnu took the form of a monstrous pig, Varaha, started digging downwards, started fathoming the deepest root of his faith. He too met with the same plight, but he was sincere unto his findings. Realization dawned, understood the futility of fathoming the depth of knowledge, and recognized that knowledge, Lord Shiva, alone the eternal, is the truth verily. Thus end the ego clash in a uniting note, with least necessity for lengthy arguments and voluminous book, but by its own accord. Such is the glory and meaning of Arunachala, the embodiment of knowledge fire. So says Gita, Jnana Agni Dakta Karmanam. If I think about the saint, the great Ramana, who, true to his name Maharishi, in depth, vastness, subtlety, flexibility of knowledge in its undiluted natural glory was filled in him. He is one of the most recognized, non controversial, silent revolutionary saint of our time. His declarations are all irrefutably exact up to each letter. One of Abhaya's longtime friend, Rudrappa, who was also an inmate in Shivanand Ashram, but now doing his sadhana in Arunachala, also joined us for Giri Pradakshina daily. As he is more deeply, rather vehemently affected with the devotion to Arunachala after leaving Shivananda Ashram, Rudrappa settled at Tiruvannamalai for his sadhana. He, by DNA, a Radha Bhakta, but not Abhaya. Both me and Rudrappa never enjoyed a being together. Neither he liked me ever or I liked him. Highly rippling poles. Whether he was a self-assuming, assertive, egoistic, God knows, but a different creature, as if he is a realized soul. But they, Abhayanand and Rudrappa, used to discuss on few Vedantic topics which I never dared to involve or never cared to pay least attention either. So passed our days on our stay at Arunachala, a highly enjoyable and elevating one it was nevertheless. The only fellow who was more upsetting than beside Rudrappa was my own tummy. My mind with Rudrappa, my tummy with Tamilian's tamarind invaded food, made only with puli and chili. A bad smell of strange kind used to emit from my stomach. Even then, I cannot hold my tongue in check for the tempting taste. Whenever the stomach, plays the tune, Swami Abhayananda got angry, started giving sermon. As you're fascinated in South Indian food, you're eating more and more. So indigestion happened. Revoltingly, he said, "It is difficult to stay with you in the same room. I'm leaving." He took away his bed and spread it in the kitchen room where we stayed. I felt deeply very bad about it, as the kitchen room was kept as store, never cleaned by us for a long time. I know because of me Abhayananda is getting disturbed in his sadhana. Next day onwards, I started Upavas, fasting for a few days. But second day itself, Abhayanandaji came near me with a sense of guilt and told solicitingly, "Raji, sorry for the hurt I inflicted upon you by my behavior yesterday. Beg your pardon. Don't do Upavas, take this." He had brought some native bananas and dal vadas for me. He insisted me to take it. There were just tears and tears in both our eyes, a moment of love, an occasion to remember, even today, with evergreen emotions. The stay continued. Abhayanand, a bookworm, used to go to the ashram library and made use of that place in reading and contemplating. My routine was, or rather, I liked to sit in the Samadhi Mandir of Ramana Maharishi. Suddenly one day, my eye stuck upon a cloth he was wearing. Was very good in look and of good quality. I liked it and tempted to own. I asked him to give it to me. As it was old, he said negatively. I was insisting that I need that cloth. Even now, I don't know why I was after him for that cloth. Abhayanand went out without telling anything. On return, I have noticed that cloth was not on his body. I thought he might have thrown it away, but next day he brought it, well washed, well ironed, from a washerman. I never used that cloth, but kept it at my Jammu ashram on return to ashram. Even now it is kept in my small alamara in the room which I stay at ashram. Something was clicking to me about this. What was the reason of asking his old cloth and keeping it in my alamara? But even now, I have made a practice that whenever he visits me, I made it mandatory to offer a pair of clothes to him, which he happily accepts. Thank for his good mind. We were returning from Tiruvannamalai after 1 month's stay. From Delhi, we went straight to ashram. The train was very late. It reached Chakki Bank Pathankot at night 2 a.m. We engaged an auto rickshaw to reach Ramanagar village where the ashram situated. Other than we both, the driver, and some other person, maybe the driver's friend, the driver picked up on the way, also sat in the auto. He, the stranger, was carrying a small dog. He was full fit with drinks. After moving few kilometers, when we reached in front of a Nagaraj Mandir, the driver told, "Baba, your ashram arrived." Both of them insisted us to get down from the auto. Night 2 or 3 o'clock. In this unknown village, what will we do? Abhayananda shouted at him to proceed. After again a few kilometers, driver came with an excuse that the headlight of the auto is not working. Abhayanand simply had a torchlight. The driver did not expect it. Then, with no option left, showing that he started again, I could easily see that Swamiji was searching something in his bag. In a minute, he took a small knife in his bag and shown to me, telling in Malayalam, "If this people disturbs any more, this is enough." He was very courageous, never afraid of anything or anybody, and rock solid in his views about Shastras. I was not so deep in my Vedanta or Shastra subjects, except the Shakteya sadhana, which I followed from my childhood. He insisted me to study some Shastra works, as his beloved Gurudev Sri Swami Ramanandaji Maharaj also used to tell me the same. But somehow attending some class or by hearting anything was almost impossible for me. I have seen it happening for the past few incidents. Whenever I felt seriously sick, he will be near me to take care with his love and trademark scolding. Physically and mentally, he tried several times to bring me back to normalcy. I have seen a real friend, brother, and more something other than this in him. Yes, the relation continues more and more, deep and deep. It is the end of chapter 28. Spiritual journey is a lone path. Finding a true spiritual brother and a friend, even for a moment in that long, lonely path, is beautiful and rare. In this chapter, we see three different spiritual practitioners. This is the beauty of spirituality. There is no single way to achieve the spiritual destination. There are infinite ways. The core lies in the values and the principles of it. Does not matter how and where. What works for one might not work for other. We have to find what works for us in this life and follow it. Guruji also shared the importance of the concept. Tiruvannamalai stands for achievements and life values should go hand in hand and work together with knowledge. Learning the right balance is an art of life. If you enjoyed this video, please do share with your family and friends. Chapter 29 will be released next Sunday. Jai Ma.